Hey guys, OGalbina here, bring you guys our NCP Wi-Fi Season 4 Semi-Finals battle against Shuckle King and his OK Rillaboomers. Now, Shuckle's a good buddy of mine. He's someone that we've played in the past. I've actually never beaten Shuckle in a draft league game, so I'm hoping this is the first time we can beat him. He's a phenomenal player. In my opinion, he's the best player on Wi-Fi right now. For the people who, consistently upload and things like that. He's a great player. We've worked with him before on the WBE PR, so again, he's a good buddy. I'm hoping we have a good game. He smashed us in regular season with a rock polished sand force Landorus Eye, so I'm hoping that we don't repeat that performance. But I think we have a better team, more well adjusted for the matchup, and I think we can get it done. Big shout outs to my front office for really helping me out this week and getting a lot of mocks in, because again, the first time we played, it was a body bag, so it was definitely pretty difficult to come up with a team I felt comfortable with. That I was comfortable, I wouldn't get smashed with, I guess, is the most blunt way of putting it. So big shout outs to all of them. There will be a timestamp in the description when the battle starts, but we're gonna do a quick little team builder before we jump into the actual battle itself. And you can definitely jump ahead to that if you so choose. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the team builder itself. Now, our team, if you did forget, consists of Latios, excuse me, sorry about that, Latios, Excadrill, Scolipede, Jellicent, Sylveon, Moltres, Gigalith, Scrafty, Tangela, Zergatry, and Stoutland, while our opponent's team consists of Dragapult, Melmetal, Cinderace, Necrozma, Porygon 2, Clefairy, Mantine, Komodo, Landorus Eye with Sandforce, Shearforce not allowed, Quillfish, and Manectric. Now, biggest threats. We saw that Landorus Eye actually rips my team. It's very hard for me to deal with that thing, especially being that I'm not bringing Tangela. Even then, it has Sludge Wave, it has U-Turn, it has Knockoff, it has ways of dealing with Tangela, so it's not even the the most sturdy check in the world. And also, you can probably set up a Sword Stance right in my face. So that's obviously very scary. Don't want to get swept by that thing again. Necrozma, it can get really out of hand really fast. I'm really scared of either an Autotomage weakness policy or a Dragon Dance weakness policy physical set. With obviously like Brick Break coverage for my Scrafty. That can actually be genuinely terrifying. And then Dragapult's the best mod on the format. I'm definitely terrified of Dragapult. If it can get out of hand really fast, if it really chips my team down with like a Willow Hex set. So we'll have to be careful. And then Melmetal is also very annoying for our team. We just have to obviously make correct pivots around it. But if Shuckle clicks the right button, we're gonna be in a pretty tough spot for sure. So, and we gotta be very careful. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our first mon. As you can see on the screen, is going to be a Latios rocking out with the Life Orb, Levitate's abilities, Psyshock, Draco Meteor, Aura Sphere, and Agility. EVs wise, we got 28 HP, 36 defense, max special attack, 4 def, and 188 speed with a timid nature. Now, EVs wise, before we jump into anything else, EVs wise, we are creeping a max speed Landorus. Now, in the original matchup, I crept a Landorus creeping a max speed Moltres, but I could see Shuckle just trying to catch me, go super aggressive, and going like max Jolly Landorus just to catch me off guard and coming with a knockoff. So I figured this would be my safest option. We have max special attack, and then we put the life orb. We put a life orb number in HP, which means our last number is going to end in a 9, which gives us the most life orb hits humanly possible, and then resting defense just to spread out that bulk a little bit, share the love a little bit. But this Pokemon is a phenomenal breaker in this matchup, and that's what I intend to use it as. Originally I had Roost in the original matchup, and honestly in most of the mocks going up to this, but it changed to Agility last second because while Roost is nice to roost up against a lot more passive things, Agility, while I won't necessarily probably click it, it's really nice in an endgame scenario where, say, I really need to be faster than a Dragapult or something of the sorts. I can get up in Agility and potentially win the game like that, though I don't expect to use Latios as a win con, more so as a breaker. I figured the option was nice, and in all my mocks, I found I was always pressured to where I could never click Roost with Lottie, or whenever I could, I didn't want to because it puts on so much offensive pressure. And if I really need to heal it up, I could wish pass it up with Sylveon, which you'll see in a little bit. So that's going to be our Latios, great wall breaker this game, and it's here to do exactly that. Just break walls, push things in if we can. Next up, we have our Jellicent rocking out with the Rocky Helmet, Cursed Body as its ability, Scald, Taunt, Shadow Ball, and Strength Sap. EV says we got 236 HP, 108 defense, 4 special attack, 52 speed F, and 108 speed with a bold nature. EVs wise, we are creeping 20 speed Mantine. We're going a little bit faster. Like I said in the first matchup, we crept no speed Mantine. This time we're going a little bit faster. It also allows me outspeed like a Jolly Melmetal because he ran max speed Adamant last time, which is awesome. We live a Specs Dragapult Shadow Ball from full, and then we threw the rest in defense just to take those elemental hits a little bit better. Now we're rocking out with Strength Sap over Recover like we did last time, just because I kept getting overwhelmed by Thunder Punches. I couldn't recover off the damage well enough, and while Strength Sap isn't as reliable when I'm facing things like Porygon 2, Clefairy, and Mantine, it gives me a way to reliably always check Melmetal, always check Cinderace, things like that. And Skull plus Shadow Ball is actually very annoying for Shuckle to switch into. Very, very annoying. His Kamo, which can be, bulletproof, obviously. It risks, not being soundproof, and if I'm dumb and don't bring, I'm dumb and I bring Hyper Voice Sylveon, that kind of bones him if he's like a subset. Or just a set that's, meant to take advantage of a Hyper Voice Sylveon, in the sense that, he still doesn't want to be burned switching in. So that's obviously really nice. This is a great stall breaker in this game as well, taunting his slow passive mons like Porygon 2 and Clefairy and Mantine, and being able to chip them down and really wear them down throughout the course of a game. So Mantine's really, really solid in this. I mean, not Mantine. Mantine sucks. It's never solid. Jellicin's very, very solid in this matchup nonetheless. Next up, we have our Sylveon that I was talking about before, rocking out with a leftovers, Cute Charmers, its ability, Moonblast, Wish, Protect, and Heal Bell. EVs, we got 180 HP, 196 defense, 4 special defense, and 108 speed with a bold nature. Now, again, this Pokemon is, a great catch-all check to things like the Dragapult and the Komodo. We can soft check things like Landorus. EVs-wise, we're creeping 20 speed Mantine, just like Jellicin, so same speed tier. We live a +1 Adamant Steel Wing from Dragapult from full. And then we have our Rest and Spadef, which is just that 4. And yeah, this thing is mainly here to check Mo. It's here to check the Dragapult. Now, I originally wanted to go with Babiri, but I figured the residual from leftovers was very, very nice, actually. And then Heal Bell's just to keep the rest of our team healthy. If Jellicin can't taunt something before it gets toxic, it's pretty important that we get the Heal Bell off. A bunch of our team really doesn't appreciate being toxic or thunder waved or anything like that. So I figured that would obviously be a very nice addition to the team. And yeah, that's Sylveon's main job, is to kind of just keep our defensive core together if we can. Next up, we have our Scrafty rocking out with the Chople Berry Shed Skin as its ability. Knock off Toxic, Drain Punch, and Rest. EV Source, we get 244 HP, 140 Spadef, and 124 speed with a Careful Nature, I'm pretty sure. This Pokemon's going to be our main Dragapult check. It's going to be our main Necrozma check, and the reason we're not going Intimidate is because I feel like I need that clutch Shed Skin. Now, we do have Heal Bell, but I feel like there's a matchup in which I will be pretty pressured to click Heal Bell. I probably won't get enough more than once or twice, and Scrafty's going to be clicking Rest a lot. I can just tell you that right now, it's going to be clicking Rest a lot in the face of the Necrozma, in the face of the Dragapult, things like that. Obviously, it's just really, really nice for it. Now, we have Toxic. Originally, I was a bulk up rest set because I think it does really well outside of Clefairy, but what I kept running into was a scenario where I would knock off a Necrozma because it was my best way of dealing with it. It would Dragonite or Autotomize, and then it would get to a point where my Chople Berry doesn't really matter anymore, especially because I'm not 2-8 KOing it with knockoff anyways. So I figured I kind of needed Toxic to initially Toxic that Necro before I tried to, knock it off and beat it and things like that. I figured that would be a lot better for me, because it's a lot more difficult for it to try and win the game at that point, if that's the case. So that's going to be our main Scrafty set. Oh, Eevee's was, totally forgot. Same speed tier as Sylveon and Jellicin. 20 speed Mantine is what we're creeping. And then we threw the rest in HE and Spadef, just to take those Dragapult hits a tiny bit better, being that we're not AV this time. Next up, we have our Scolipede rocking out with the heavy duty boots. Speed boost as its ability. Spikes, Poison Jab, Aqua Tail, and Endeavor. Eevee's has got 188 HP. 148 defense, and then 176 speed. The Jolly Nature, Eevee's was got speed for Lando, and then I believe our HP plus defense. I actually didn't make the spread. Big shouts to Platinum Howler for coming up with the spread. I was a little bit more offensive originally, but he, tweaked my Eevees a little bit, and I agreed it was better. I believe I'd taken Adamant non-banded Double Iron Bash with this set, actually. So I can Endeavor down that thing, and this thing's job is to get up spikes. I don't think he can really fit removal this week. I don't think Mantine is particularly the best versus me, in my personal opinion, especially not Defog Mantine, and I don't think Landorus wants to run Defog in any universe, unless it's like, a choice variant. He just doesn't need 4 moves, and he tacks it on there. And with that being said, I think that means that spikes are very good. And I understand he also has Cinderace, which can also be a pretty big spikes deterrent. In the sense that it can just court change them back, but I actually think Cinderace is a pretty bad matchup versus me as well. So I figured Spikes, while it is a little bit of a Hail Mary, I guess, bringing Spikes against a team like Shuckles, which can potentially take advantage of them with his Cinderace, and he has some kind of removal options and things like that. I feel like it'll actually work out here, because I feel like I can kind of buckle down what I feel like he needs to bring, especially after our first matchup. So this thing is going to get up Spikes, endeavor something down. Now, obviously, Dragapult does not, you know, get endeavored down and can check me very well, but I just have to worry about things like Throat Chop. I can Poison Jab to nap poisons, I can Aqua Tail the Landers, which is obviously awesome. Poison Jab also rips through the Clefairy. We still 2-hit KO it even if we are defensive, so yeah, I think Scolipede is very solid in this matchup for sure. And then lastly, we have our win con. Big Zerg rocking out the Blunder Policy, Beast Boost as its ability, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Magnet Rise, and Hypnosis. EVs wise, we got 36 HP, 4 defense, 4 def, max special attack, and 2 close speed with the timid nature. EVs wise, we are creeping a max speed Scarf Cinderace, which can actually outspeed a Scarf Adamant Drill. So I figure that's a potential set that might come, and I figured I should, you know, account for it if I can. And then we have the rest. We have max special attack, and then we have the rest in, you know, our HP plus our defense and def, just spreading out the EVs as much as we can, things like that. But yeah, this Pokemon goes crazy. If we can get up spikes, get that Blunder Policy off, and the Landers is chipped down, this Pokemon wins. And even if the Landers isn't in like Oko range, if we can, you know, have our Blunder Policy out, the Landers comes out, we Magnet Rise as it Earthquakes and it's in 2-hit KO range, that can also just kind of be the game. We need chip on that. We need chip on the Clefairy, just a tiny bit. And then we need chip on the Porygon too. Other than that, pretty much everything dies to a +1 hit from Zergatry. It really does go absolutely nuts in this matchup. So I'm really excited to try and get a cool little Blunder Policy sweep off, because we weren't able to do it in the other matchups on which we brought it this season. So I'm hoping we can do it again. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the team. Very spike stack oriented, break with Latios, have a solid defensive core, and win with our Zergatry. Now, I will be right back when the battle starts. Alright guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Mr. Shuckle King. Let's see what he brought. Hopefully we can give him a better game than last time. Obviously, plans to, you know, win and move on to finals. Yeah, but we'll see. I'm definitely incredibly nervous, so we'll see what we can do though. We'll see what we can do. I'm assuming he's doing some kind of intro. I hope he's not doing a team builder. That would be crazy. But yeah, let's see what we can get done here. He's still thinking. I'm gonna have to cut? I might have to. I hope someone reminds me to cut. Or I hope I actually watch while I'm editing. I should probably cut this out. Alrighty, so he is rocking out with no Clefairy. Hell yeah. So we have Landorus and no Melmetal, which is also great. Quill, Necro, Draga. Then we have Porygon and Komodo. Okay, right off rip, I see no removal other than a potential Landorus Incarnate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead off with my Scolipede, and I'm going to do my darndest to get up a bunch of spikes, depending on what he wants to lead off with. Now, he's obviously going to probably see that we also don't have any removal, which is annoying, but 3 spikes is paramount in this game. Chipping down the, what do you call it, Porygon especially, because my team really does not enjoy Porygon at all. So, that's annoying. Chipping down the Quillfish, which is also nice for, you know, the rest of our team. Chipping down Komodo to where it's in range of a Dazzling Gleam guaranteed, even before we boost. You know, stuff like that. So, good luck and fun to Mr. Shuckle King. Hopefully we can snag this one from him. Again, I'm very, very nervous. Last game that we played against Shuckle in the regular season was not our best showing. So, we're going to need to, you know, show up and show out. 6-foot Lameo. Okay. So, he's going to lead off with it raw. I think I'm going to get up a spike. Yeah, I think I'm going to get up a spike. This thing doesn't immediately pressure me. We see that he's not Scarf, which is nice. We go for an Aqua Tail the next turn. They're just going to U-turn. That's fine with me. Honest to God, that's fine with me. So, we're going to get our speed boost. We'll be faster than whatever. We'll be able to see off, you know, the mod he goes into is going to be boots or not. You know, a bunch of different things like that. So, not the worst positioning in the world, for sure. He's going to go Pult. Is he Boots? Let's see. Are you Boots Pult? You are not Boots Pult. Okay, that's awesome. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm pretty sure just go hard Scrafty. I don't expect him to drop a raw Draco here. If anything, I expect like a U-turn Maybe a Shadow Ball, because Shadow Ball is just a little bit less drawback. Fire Blast. Okay, that's fair. 171 down to 129. 171 to 129. So let's go to Dragapult. We're going to try and get some Calcs out of the way early so we don't have to worry about them late game. We can find out if this thing is boosting item or not. So we have 171 minus 129. Level 50. Fire Blast. He's going to do 42, so he is not Specs, which is good to know. I'm just going to go for a very, very free knock. He's going to withdraw. It's fine. Godzilla is going to come out. And we'll be able to see what item this thing is as well. We are Chople Berry as well, so Dragon Fang. Okay, I'm going to Toxic this thing because I am, in fact, Chople. So this is actually really, really nice for me. Toxicking this thing is going to really help me in wearing this thing down because this Pokemon's actually a pretty big issue for our team. Stealth Rock. Okay, that's fine. Poison Stones are going to float in the air around our team. We're going to Toxic. He's Dragon Fang Rock, so is he just like an offensive, like, clanging skill set? That could be the case. That could indeed be the case. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to pivot into my, my Scolipede. Yeah, I'm just going to pivot Scully. I think that's fine. I don't expect him to be, like, DD or, like, set up rocks here. I think he needs his coverage. D-Ray, the Quillfish. I'm fine with this. That's whatever. So he is going to be Intimidate, obviously. That's fine. I'm going to try and get up all of my hazards. If at all humanly possible. So let's go ahead and get a Spike up. Yeah, we're gonna try and hazard stack him if at all humanly possible. He can Thunder Wave me. He can get up his own spikes. He's gonna taunt me. That's fine. We get up a free spike though, which is great. And again, our Scully's boots, so these rocks aren't that big of a deal. We can still come back in later and still potentially get off, a potential poison jab, something like that. So I'm just gonna go hard into my Latios. This thing doesn't get anything that immediately threatens me. Rocks are up, yeah, and I'm not Roost, unfortunately. But this Pokemon puts on a ton of pressure. And he brought no switch in. So he's going to Spike himself. That's fine. I'm just going to Draco. Draco nets me a KO here. So that's what we're going to do. And yeah. Hopefully be in a good spot. He does have to give us a Pokemon here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't think there's a way in which he gets out of this not giving me something. It's just a matter of what he wants to give us. And if we hit our Draco, I guess. I would love, 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 love to hit this thing. Oh yeah, I would love to hit this thing. After 2 spikes, I'm pretty sure we 2-hit KO. Or Life Orb. So he's going to charge our Levitate, which is something important we need to keep in mind. So we're going to Draco. Oh wow, we do not. Okay, I'm going to pivot right out then. I think I'm actually going to go into my Scolipede. Just because I can get my last spike up and potentially just annoy the rest of his team from here. He's kind of forced into a recover turn. So. We'll see. We'll see. So let's switch. I was also kind of playing Calm Mind in the 4th slot, but not a big of a deal. Recover's gonna come out. I'm gonna get up a 3rd spike. And just, again, really, really be a nuisance. I can see him teleporting here.
Or just hard switching. That's fine. I get up the third spike. Gonna take a little bit more chip. Yes, we do indeed get up our third spike. I'm assuming he's Shuka as well, but we're not even carrying Earthquake coverage on this Scolipede. I'm kind of wishing we were more offensive. We, you know, have enough bulk to take a hit from Elemental, but he elected not to bring it, which, again, isn't like the craziest thing in the world, but definitely unfortunate. I'll say that. We kind of have to go hard Lottie. Now, he could get up another spike, which would be annoying. But with 3 spikes up, Psyshock plus Draco kills something. Thunderwave. Okay, that's fine. Again, we have Heal Bell in the back, so like that's not the biggest deal in the world. I'm gonna Psyshock. So he's gonna give me the Cool Fish, hopefully. I love to get this KO. Awesome, so we do. Awesome, down goes the Cool Fish. Not a 6-0. And down it goes. Cool, not the end of the world. So 3 spikes are up, so whatever comes in here, minus a Landorus, not going to appreciate whatever we're going for. Now, if he goes Landorus, not going to lie, I may go hard Scully, because there's no way Earth Powers and we live any other hit. Now, he has 2 spikes up and rocks, we have 3 spikes up. I wish we had rocks in this team, unfortunately we do not. So, we're going to have to be careful. Well, this endgame's possible for sure. Like, this endgame is not impossible. In the slightest, so. He could also go Pult. Pult's pretty drawback free at this point. But I think his best play is probably Landorus. I think Landorus puts on the most immediate offensive pressure on me. If that makes any sense, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Because if I get that Endeavor off on Lando, yeah, if I get that Endeavor off on Lando with my Scolipede, I'm gonna make the hard Scully play. If I get that Endeavor off, my Zergatry just kind of wins off rip. Does it not? Now, I don't know if we live an Earth Power or an Earthquake from here. We should live a knockoff, though. We're very defensive. Earth Power, if it's like special life orb, we might die. But again, we don't really know. So, let's go ahead and calc this. That's Sheer Force. So, Life Orb knocks us out most of the time from 127. He's going to knock off our Heady Duty Boots. And we're going to get a fat Endeavor off on something. If he's Scarf, interesting. But not the end of the world. You know. Not the end of the world. His team also hates Sylveon at this point, too. His team hates Sylveon at this point. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're going to Endeavor. We just stay in and chip down whatever wants to come in. So he's going to withdraw. Does he go make the hard Pult play? Pete, good play. You got me. It's a good play by Shuckle. So we're going to get Speed Boost. We will be faster unless he's Scarf, so this is still good information at the very least, but good play by Shuckle. You got me. I'm just going to jab here, try and nab me a Poison. He showed us Fire Blast. I doubt he's Dragon Dance. He is Scarf. What? Scarf Pult here? I'll be honest, I don't think that's a good bring. I think that's a pretty shitty bring. That sucks, though. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's fine. We go Scrafty. And I honestly think, I think we're forced into a rest. Are we not? Yeah. I don't think he goes, I don't think he stays in. I think he goes hard Komodo. And I'd rather rest on this thing, and I can go on to hit Sylveon and Heal Bell. So he knows we're Toxic Knockoff. He knows we're probably Shed Skin as well. He's going to go Godzilla, which is indeed Komodo. This thing is Toxic, and it just took 3 Spike. Again, very nice. So we're going to be able to rest up here. I would love to get the Shed Skin this turn. That would be crazy. No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go hard Sylveon. Now we are a girl Sylveon too, so he could get Q-Charmed. Q-Charm would be clutch right now. Q-Charm would be clutch. So we need to keep this thing healthy, being that it is Scarf Pult in the back. If we can eliminate the Pult, then our what do you call it, can win. So we're gonna have to make the play into Sylveon. Now, is he gonna Iron Head here? No, he's gonna Aura Sphere. Interesting. So I'm gonna Heal Bell, just in case he goes hard Necro to try and take advantage of me. I feel like that's his only play. Either that or the, what do you call it? Either hard Necrozma or hard Porygon. But personally, I feel like his best play is for sure going to be Necrozma, because Necrozma puts on immediate offensive pressure. Oh, okay, that's fine. This thing's gonna get chipped, so I'll take it. Q-Charm. He's gonna see that we're not Moonblast. So we're gonna Heal Bell. It means our Latios is no longer paralyzed. That means if we Agility up, we can also win with our Latios. If we find that opportunity. We need so much chip on everything though, so it's gonna be kind of tough for that to really work out. I'm gonna Wish here. I expect either a Recover or a Teleport or something of the sorts. It's going Toxic. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna Heal Bell. He can attack me if he likes, but we Heal Bell and then I pivot out into Scrafty. I just want to keep this thing healthy if I can, you know. Again, we're Shed Skin on Scrafty. I'm just gonna Heal Bell. I don't mind burning a PP of it right here. With the 3 spikes up, it's really annoying for him to not recover here. I feel like he's kind of forced into that turn. We'll see, but I feel like he's kind of forced into that. You know. We shall see, we shall see. We're gonna Heal Bell. If he wants a Toxic, that's fine again. I think I just Heal Bell again. You know. Foul play. Oh wow, he's like walled. Cool. So I'm just gonna go hard Scrafty. If he doesn't recover with this thing, he's in range of Latios. So I don't feel super stressed in doing this. Like at all. 2 spikes are up and rocks, so it's a little bit of chip here. Toxic. It's gonna miss. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And I get a free knock here. Incredibly free knock. Knocking a spike into poison, I think will take out the Komodo. I think. Keyword think. So he's just gonna knock off. That's fine. He's gonna Toxic. I would love to get the Shed Skin here. Does he think I'm Moxie? Can I get it? Can I get it here? I'm gonna Drain Punch then. If he wants to give me this Pokemon, he can give it to me. Cool, so we are gonna knock it out. Scrafty's gonna pick up a KO on Porygon 2. We will take it. Give me my Shed Skin this turn, pretty please. I would love for my Shed Skin to pop. I'd be in such a good position. Let's fucking go. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is good positioning. Yes. Wow. Okay. Necro comes in, we have to Toxic it. In case it's like a weakness policy, you know, break type set. I will just Toxic it. How comes Komodo? Does this thing die to Spike? Okay. That's one less sack. I'll take it. Maybe he just miscounted. Six-foot Lameo. I'm going to make the hard Latios play, I think. He can make the aggressive knock, but I think that's like a really scary play for him to make. And I still have my Jellicent. Earthquake. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Now we have spikes up. He either gives us this Pokemon, or a ton of health in this Pokemon, or he gives us another Pokemon. Pete is coming out. We will take it. And we Psyshock this turn. Amazing. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now with 3 spikes up. Krosma. Level 50. Just gotta come up. Two of them should KO it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Draco. 2 of them always take KOs max HP. If he's offensive, this just dies. Oh my gosh, let's go. There we go, there we go. Down it goes, down it goes. And we just stay in and we Draco again. We just stay in and Draco again. Just gonna Draco. So this is -2, but this will do a lot of damage. Not quite a 2-hit KO, but he should be in range. Unless he Swords Dance U-turn. Knock off. Then we should win. We just go Jellicent. And I think we click Scald. We go Jelly, and I think we click Scald. I don't think we're in range of knockoff. He didn't show Life Orb. Unless he's banded, we are not in range. And if that's the case, we go Sylveon. So he's going to knock us out. Curse Body. Okay. He's going to get hit with Rocky Helmet. Sylveon from full after 2 Spike and Rock to a Landorus. Incarnate with Knock Off. 252. Earthquake. He should not KO us ever. Unless he's banded, and again, if he's banded, he couldn't click Earthquake. So we should be fine. He's guaranteed in range of Moonblast now, thanks to the Rocky Helmet damage as well. Adamant never KOs us here. We just Moonblast, and hopefully we move on to finals. Yep, he was banded. So I was fine either way there. Awesome, we are going to move on to finals. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we beat Shuckle King in a pretty big upset in my mind. I think Shuckle is, him and Vepsis are by far the 2 best players on Wi-Fi right now. So I'm really happy to nag this win. I think it's my first win on Shuckle ever too. We've had some pretty close games in the past. So I'm really happy to grab this win. I'm really excited to go on to finals. We either play my good buddy Just Kurt 17 or we rematch Vepsis again. And no shade of Vepsis again, he's a phenomenal player. I would so rather play Kirby because he's my boy, and his team isn't Vepsis' team, and he's not Vepsis. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is you know, really awesome, you know, to be able to nag this win. I'm definitely very proud of this one. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did playing this game, and yeah, with that being said, thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.